Hey folks, here I am at Lost Creek Golf Course in Mifflintown, PA. I played Lewistown Country Club yesterday and hit the ball all over the joint. And I found out a hard lesson on the first hole today. The greens are going to be much slower. Three putted the first green for a bogey from about 30 feet. Managed to pull a punch shot, drove it way up the hill and then punched it up and pulled that. It's unbelievable how much I pull these balls. Anyway, this is a cool little golf course. Always been one of my favorites, actually. It's seen its better days when we have a dry summer like it has been this summer in central PA. It gets pretty browned out. And then on the other hand, when we have a little too much rain, it gets a little messy down here. But a neat little golf course, some good holes. So I'm going to tee off here on the second hole. Lost that left. Goodness gracious. Wow, I'm bouncing left. We're by a pine tree. That'll be fun. At least it's a short hole. Bogey on arguably two of the easiest holes on the entire course. Played like trash yesterday. And on the third hole here, we better start turning around. That's a good start on righting the ship. That went the whole way around the corner. Might be the best one I've ever hit here. Maybe I should talk trash to myself more often. Bogey the two easiest holes, or two of the easiest holes, and then birdie what I consider maybe the most difficult hole down here, number 3. Hit it to, I bombed my drive and then hit a 9-iron to 2 feet. Even I couldn't miss that one. So 1 over through 3. Teeing off into the wind, this something tells me this is going to be a true par 5 today. Smoked it. Dry out there, gonna get some run, we'll see. How about back-to-back birdies? Not bad. I bombed that drive and then I hit a 3-wood pretty well. I hooked it and it just started turning before it got to the green, and there's a bank and it ends up missing the bunker and going into this high straw stuff. Very fitting considering the British Open is this week. And luckily it was sitting right up on top of that crap. And I was able to plop it onto the fringe. It had about 10 to 12 feet from the fringe and knocked the birdie putt in. So suddenly back to even par, and I feel like playing again. So here we are on the par 3 fifth. good. About pin high, 15 feet. Pin high, 15 feet. On fire, boys and girls. You know, I was all excited. I don't know in my 40 years of playing golf if I've ever had 3 birdies in a row. If you haven't figured out from watching these videos, I'm pretty much your basic amateur hacker. Good days and bad days, but I don't know that I've ever had 3 birdies in a row. And I just left a 14-footer dead in the heart, 8 inches short, which is, there's no excuse on these greens to leave them short because they're not going to go that far past. So I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. So down here on the 6th tee, the blind tee shot. On that tree line. It's bouncing, it'll be alright, but it might not have an opening, which could be a problem. Oh, here's another new shot. I've never been down here. I am very close to the farmer's field. On the next hole, I've been close to the 5. I've been in the farmer's field off the tee on the next hole, but never had one bounce down here on this hole. So we'll see what I can do. Well, in 40 years, I've never driven hole number 7 down here at Lost Creek. And I guess, technically, I still haven't. Somehow that son of a gun ran through the green into this bunker, which, by the way, is, I don't know what this is, kind of sand, but unbelievable. When I hit it, and I should have taped it, but I didn't. When I hit it, I mean, I crushed it right down the middle, wind behind me, dry ground. I was like, that's got to be on the green. But alas, it went through the green into the bunker. Well, kind of a sad par. If you drive it into the green side bunker, hit a very extremely average bunker shot out of whatever that substance is they call sand, and slid the 10-footer off to the left. So is what it is. Now we get to the par 5, 8th. I better sit down. Sit down. Gonna be close to the creek. Well, someone should come down here and shoot me for not birdieing one of those last 2 holes. Drove it in the greenside bunker on 7, and I was 3 steps from the green and 2 on the par 5, 8th. Granted, I was in a bit of a hole, and I popped it out of there too far and missed another 10-footer. Should have birdied one of those 2 holes. So number 9 here is a par 3, and it's into the wind, so I'm going to try and hit one more club than I normally would because I hit the ball high. so it's over the pond. Well, bogeyed those first two easy holes. Gave myself a stern talking to on the third tee, and I've been playing well ever since. 37, 1 over. Should have birdied 7, should have birdied 8, and I lipped out from 20 feet on 9. So I left a lot of stuff out there and still shot 1 over. I can't complain. So we're going to tee off here on number 10. Over top. Par to start the back 9. Boring stuff. Now we get to some of these tough holes that I struggle with. Tee off here on 13. That's what you get when you drive it into the trees. I actually played it smart, just chipped it out, but the fairways are so hard and dry that it went through to the left rough. Had to punch it under a tree, caught the bottom branch. Then I hit a nice little wedge in about 8 feet, and I just missed the putt and then double bogey. I'd avoided double bogey all day, but look at the positives. I'm only 3 over here as we tee off on my absolute most hated hole down here. It's not even close. Got to go over the creek, then you got to go back over the creek to get to the green. Hate it. Stay in. I have lost my drive, that's for sure. Hey, how about double? Isn't that great? Doubling 15 is not a surprise. 14, I guess it is. 13, that's a mistake. Man, I hate that hole, number 14. But I can't find my drive right now, so it's time to kick my butt back into gear, see if I can't hit a good tee shot on this par 3 and then get the driver going again. Hold it. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I had like a 50-foot putt? Well, I do. Well, I 2-putted from 50 feet and then I made an ugly, well, I guess a good save for a par on the last hole. My drives are just atrocious right now. It's weird. Front 9, I was bombing it, and the back 9, not so much. So I'm on the par 3 17th. Really, I always like the look of this hole. Difficult because it's kind of long. I'm going to try a 6-iron here because the pin's up. Why don't you pull ever? I mean, we're talking pulled 15 yards off my target. Yeah, when I say 15 yards left of my target, at least 15 yards left of my target. Here in 2 on 18.